What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Nothing But Skills, and I'm bringing you another H1Z1 video. Today is going to be the update on the closed beta. If you guys don't know, today is going to be the second wave of emails should be starting to get sent out, and hopefully some of you guys can get in there, beta test it, and give them some really good feedback. Hopefully I can get in there, do a little bit of beta testing myself, and give them some feedback. So today is the day that you guys should be starting to get those emails. If any of you guys get an email and I happen not to get one, and you don't plan on playing that much, or you're not going to have time, I would appreciate if you send it my way, and that way I can get on there. Now if I do get one, I'll reply back to you and tell you, hey, look, I already have one, don't worry about it, play as much as you can, and maybe I'll see you over there. Now to confirm this first tweet right here, H1Z1 did come out and state that in a tweet that wave 1 of the closed beta testing had begun, and wave 2 codes slated to go out May 14th. Open beta begins May 22nd. That's when everybody can get their hands on it. Now you may get lucky enough to get that wave 2 codes, and that's what we're all pushing for. What we're going to do right now is we are going to go over some questions a lot of you guys have been asking me in a lot of my other videos of H1Z1. So the first question I want to get into that I got a lot on a lot of my H1Z1 videos was, is there going to be proximity chat in the PlayStation 4 version of H1Z1? And H1Z1 came back and said right now proximity chat is enabled, but we are considering disabling it as it often leads to toxicity. That is the big question, because a lot of people do want it, some people don't want it. Fortnite doesn't have it, the Division has it if you're a Division player, so it does have a lot of toxicity. So that's the big thing that they're going to be testing out. I'm assuming during the closed beta they will figure out, see how much toxicity there is, and if it's too much they might turn it off and then just leave it where you can only hear your teammates. So the next couple questions are all going to deal with aiming, and is it third person, is it first person when you have to start shooting people because you have to aim down the sights, are the scopes already on the gun, how does that all work, do you find scopes? And the question that was asked on Twitter is, will you be able to find scopes, or will the guns already have them on? H1Z1 came back and said guns already have sights and there are no scopes and attachments out in the world. We simplified a lot of things so you don't have to do any inventory management. In fact, you don't even have an inventory on the PlayStation 4. As a lot of you guys, if you're coming from the PC side, you guys have an inventory on the PC side, but on the PS4 side you don't have inventory because they want to speed up the game and they don't want you going through your inventory slowing up the game. They just want you to get in there, be able to get right into the battle. And I'm going to have to agree with the developers on this one. Having no inventory is probably the best thing they can do for a console game. Having inventory really does slow up the game a little bit. Now if it's a minimum inventory where there's only a couple things you can put in there, take out, that doesn't slow up the game too much, but just eliminating it altogether, that will help speed up the game, especially in a game like Battle Royale where you don't want to have to be going through your inventory slowing you up when you could just be running around picking up items and then continuing on. The faster you can get into fights, the more players you can kill, the more likely you will be able to stay alive and win that Battle Royale. So the next question that was asked was, will PlayStation 4 be able to change the crosshairs like PC and on the settings screen? H1Z1 came back and said yes, you can change the crosshair colors similar to PC version, but all weapons except the starter weapons have their own sights built in, and you can't change the color on those sights. I'm assuming that's why they put that in there. All weapons except starter weapons have their own sights built in, so all the starter weapons are the only ones that you're going to really be able to take advantage of those crosshairs if you're changing the color. But since the third person turns into first person when you want to zoom in on most weapons because of the scopes, you're not going to be able to take advantage of those crosshairs. Hopefully with the beta test more people will come back and give their feedback saying, hey, is there any way we can have some third person aiming on there if we don't want to use the scopes? And maybe that will give them some feedback that they'll be able to go in there. Remember, this is a beta, so this is where you give them their feedback and then they can make those changes. That's a great thing about a game like a Battle Royale that has an open beta. It's a beta, remember, so they continually make changes, they can continue to bring different things, and that's the point of having a beta. So hopefully you guys enjoy it and give them that feedback. If you guys are kind of missing the third person feel of aiming, tell them so that way they know they can make those changes, because if nobody comes back and says they don't like the first person where they're using the scopes to aim down the sights, well, they won't know that anybody really cares about it. I know personally, when I test it out, I'm going to see if I like it, if I don't like it, and I will be giving them feedback. And based on their tweets that I've seen to other people, they are looking for that feedback because they do want to know. Some people have asked, when you scope in, is it going to go straight to first person on PlayStation 4? And H1Z1 said that's the current plan. H1Z1 on PlayStation 4 was built specifically for console. Let us know your thoughts once you get your hands on it. So they do want to hear you say things about, do you like the aiming down the sights? Do you miss the third person from PC if you came from PC? Let us know what you think. Also, there was another question that they answered almost the same exact thing. So read this question too. This question reads, keep hearing that ADS is only first person. Please listen to feedback once the game is playable to everybody. We should have the option to pick from third person to first person. Don't force one style upon everybody. And then H1Z1 said, we're definitely open to feedback once they actually get their hands on it. So make sure you guys give them that feedback. Just like I told you before, I'm going to give them my feedback. Make sure if you guys don't like the first person, let them know it's a beta. That's what betas are for. If they get those requests to have third person aiming, most likely they will add that to the game. Remember, third person is already in their PC, so it shouldn't be too hard for them to implement that into their open and closed beta. So we'll see what happens. Make sure you guys give them their feedback. If you guys don't like how the first person shooting is, let them know, say you would like to have some type of third person shooting, and they'll see what they can do. And that is what the beta is for, guys. So the next couple items are going to deal with weapon skins and then clothing items. A lot of people want to know about, are you going to be able to have any of your PC items transferred to the PlayStation 4 items? Are the items that you can purchase on the PC side available on the PlayStation 4 side? And let's look at what H1Z1 had to say. The question asks, will all weapon skins and clothing items on PC be available for PlayStation 4 as well? H1Z1 comes back and says PC and PlayStation 4 will have separate skins and items, though you may see some PC favorites make their way to the PlayStation 4 side. Now that is big because a lot of you guys who play on the PC, you guys have some favorite skins, so maybe you'll see those favorites over on the PlayStation 4 side. The next question asks, can we buy the game skins and how would the leaderboards work? So this answers two questions that I wanted to get into. The first one was continuing on what we were talking about. Yes, there will be items available to purchase in-game and through the PlayStation 4. So when you want to purchase those skins and clothing items, you can either do it through in-game, and then probably they'll have some specials through the PlayStation Store. Now, they will have leaderboards. Leaderboards may not be part of the May 22 open beta, but our plan is to bring them at a later date. So there probably won't be any type of leaderboard during May 22nd, probably for the first month or so, depending on when H1Z1 implements the leaderboard. Now, they may bring it a lot sooner. No one really knows, but as of right now, there will be no leaderboard during the May 22nd open beta launch. And one thing that H1Z1's been trying to harp on and try to let people know who've played the PC version of H1Z1, that PS4 version is a totally different game. A tweet that they put out on May 11 says the PC and PlayStation 4 version of H1Z1 are very different. Very different. They want to point that out, guys. It's a totally different game, different weapon, a different airdrop system, and etc. As the PS4 version was built specifically with the console in mind. I've told you guys that before, that they have two teams. They have a console team, they have a PC team. So the team that worked on the console was a different team that worked on the PC. Same developers, but two different teams. And that is a perfect way to go into developing a game that's already been developed for the PC for the console. I've seen so many games that have had one team work for just the PC and PlayStation side, or PC and console side. All the mechanics don't always work. You have a lot of different things. The controller setups are a lot different. So having a game designed specifically for the console will make it a much better experience. I'm glad that they decided to have a console team working on this, and just like their tweet said, guys, the PC and PlayStation 4 version of H1Z are very different. Now, it's not saying that if you guys come out and say, hey, we kind of miss some things that they have on the PC side, we would like to see implemented on the PS4 side, well, they will do that. That is what the beta is for. That is what betas are always been for. Test out the game, report the bugs, tell them what you like, tell them what you don't like, so they get that good feedback, that negative feedback, and they kind of know where the game is going. And as they keep progressing the beta, it will only get better. Remember, guys, take full advantage of that beta if you get it. If you do get the beta code and you don't want to play the game, or you won't have time, and I don't happen to get it, please, 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 please think about your boy Nothing But Skills. I'll take full advantage of it. And if I'm allowed to stream it on Twitch, I will 100% stream the closed beta on twitch.tv/nothingbutskills. But if they tell me, hey, you can't stream it, you can't stream the closed beta, you can only stream the open beta, well, then my hands are tied. One other thing before we end off this video, I know a couple of you guys still don't know what H1Z1 is. We're gonna watch this quick video from H1Z1.
Welcome to H1Z1, a fast-paced, action-packed, single elimination, massive arena shooter. Each match begins with up to 150 players dropping into the arena across a 100 square kilometer map. You start the game with nothing, so once your feet hit the ground, be ready to grab weapons, gear, and vehicles as you get into the action. Watch out, because as the match progresses, a toxic green gas begins creeping into the arena, pushing everybody towards the safe zone. You can survive the gas for a short time, but the longer the match goes, the deadlier it becomes. And if the gas doesn't kill you, there are 149 other players trying to. So play it smart and make every shot count, because only the last person standing will claim victory, and then the whole battle begins again.
If you haven't already, go drop me a follow. It's twitch.tv/nothingbutskills. And then remember, if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching one of my videos on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that way when I release a video, you get notified. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. If you guys have any questions or there's anything that you kind of want to know about H1Z1 that maybe I know about and I can answer for you, use the comment section down below. Thank you guys again for all the support. You guys have been amazing. You guys are the best. You guys have been supporting all the new content I've been bringing to my channel, and without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Nothing But Skills is out.